Good morning, students. Today I discuss about a topic that is environmental impact assessment. So, at first we introduce in environmental impact assessment. So, what is environmental impact assessment? The short form of environmental impact assessment is EIA. The environmental impact assessment is the formal process used to predict the environmental consequences of a plan, policy, program, or project prior to the decision to move forward with the proposed action. Formal impact assessment may be governed by rules of administrative procedure regarding public participation and documentation of decision making and may be subject to judicial review. An impact assessment may propose measure to adjust. The two main environmental department, that is UK Department of Environment and IAIA, that is International Association for Impact Assessment, they define the term EIA. So, as per UK Department of Environment, the term environmental assessment describes the technique and process by which the information about the environmental effects of the project is collected both by the developer and other source and taken into account by the planning authority, informing their judgment whether the development should go ahead. And next is the International Association for Impact Assessment, IAIA, defines an EIA as the process of identifying, predicting, evaluating, and mitigating the biophysical, social, and other relevant effects of development proposal prior to major decisions being taken and communications made. Now, next, it is the generalized EIA process flowchart. Now we discuss about this flowchart. Next, the phases involved in EIA process. First is screening. So, what is screening? Project screening is the first stage of EIA. So, project screening is the first stage of EIA. In this stage, list of all projects are made and tried to identify those projects which have considerable environmental impacts and hence required EIA. Guidelines for whether or not an EIA is required are country specific depending on the laws or norms in operation. Legalization often specifies the criteria for screening and full EIA. In many countries, there is a ready-made list of different projects and investment proposal which comes under preview of EIA. Now, next is scoping. So, at first, what is scoping? Consideration of issues and impacts for EIA can be defined as a scoping stage. This stage is very wide and extensive because consultation and discussion, experts' opinions, etc. are very important, useful, and essential at this stage. It should, it should involve all interested groups such as the proponents and planning or environmental agencies and members of the public. The results of scoping will determine the scope, depth, and terms and reference to be addressed within the environmental statement. So now the scoping is done to identify concerns and issues for consideration in an EIA. Next is enable those responsible for an EIA study to properly brief the study team on the alternatives and on impacts to be considered at different levels of analysis. Next is determine the assessment method to be used. And next, identify all affected interests. And the most important is save time and money. It's a very, very important point. Save time and money. Now, our next point is in phases involvement in EIA process is baseline data collection. So the term baseline refers to the collection of background information on the biophysical, social, and economic settings proposed project area. Normally, information is obtained from secondary sources or the acquisition of new information through field sampling, interviews, surveys, and consultation with the public. The task of collecting baseline data starts right from the period of project in conception. However, a majority of these tasks may be undertaken during scoping and actual EIA. Now, baseline data is collected from two main purposes. First one, to provide a description of the current status and trends of environmental factors. As an example, air pollution, air pollutant concentrations of the host area against which predicted changes can be compared and evaluated in terms of significance. And next point is to provide a means of detecting actual change by monitoring once a project has been initiated. Now, next part in phase involved in an EIA process is impact analysis and prediction. Impact analysis and prediction. Predicting the magnitude of development, likely impacts, and evaluating their significance is core of environmental assessment process. Prediction should be based on available environmental baseline of the project area. Such predictions are described in quantitative or qualitative terms. First is consideration in impact prediction. So what are the consideration? First consideration is magnitude of impacts. So those points are not here. Please student note down. First point is magnitude of impacts under consideration in impact. Okay, this is defined by the severity of each potential impact and indicates whatever the impact is irrelevant or reversible or irreversible, and estimated potential rate of recovery. Okay, next point, number 2 point is extent of impact. Next point is extent of impacts. So the zone of influence of the impact should always be determined, and impact can be site specific or limited to the project area. A locally occurring impact within the locality of the proposed project, a regional impact that may extend beyond the local area, and the national impact affecting regions on a national scale, and something transboundary impact which might be international. And next point under consideration in impact is number third point is duration of impact. Environmental impacts have a temporal dimensions and needs to be considered in an EIA. So an impact that generally lasts for only 3 to 9 years after project completion may be classified as short term. An impact which countries for 10 to 20 years may be defined as medium term, and impacts that last beyond 20 years are considered as long term. So it's clear. I think it's clear. Now next point is number 4 point under consideration in impact, that is significance of impact. This refer to the value or amount of the impact. Once an impact has been predicted, its significance must be evaluated using an appropriate choice of criteria. Okay, the most important forms of criteria are first is public view and complaint. Okay, second is cost, mitigation, duration, and geographical extent of the impact, etc. Now 4.2 point is impact prediction methodologies. So several techniques can be used in predicting the impacts. The choice should be appropriate to the circumstances. Okay, these can be based on number one, professional judgment with adequate reasoning and supporting data. This technique requires high professional experience. I repeat again, this can be based on, that means the impact prediction methodologies can be based on professional judgment with adequate reasoning and supporting data. This technique requires high professional experience. And number 2 is experiments or tests. This can be expensive. Now number 5 point under phase involvement in EIA process is analysis of alternatives. So analysis of alternatives is done to establish the preferred or most environmentally sound, financially feasible, and begin option for achieving project objects. I repeat again, analysis of alternative is done to establish the preferred or most environmentally sound, financially feasible, and option for achieving project objectives. Okay, the World Bank requires systematic comparison of proposed investment design in terms of site, technology, processes, etc. in terms of their impacts and feasibility of their mitigation, capital and recurrent cost, suitably under local conditions and initialization, training and monitoring requirements. For each alternative, the environmental cost should be quantified to the extent possible and economic value attached where feasible. And the basic of for selected alternative stated. The main motive of analysis of alternative, the analysis of alternative is done to establish the preferred or most environmentally sound, financially feasible and option for achieving project objects. I think it's clear. Now mitigation and impact management. So what is mitigation? What is the meaning of mitigation? The meaning of mitigation is the action of reducing the severity. Okay? The action of reducing the severity. Now, mitigation is done to avoid, minimize, or offset predicted adverse impacts and where appropriate to incorporate these into an environmental management plan or system. Okay, repeat again. Mitigation is done to avoid, minimize, or offset predicted adverse impacts and where appropriate to incorporate these into an environmental management plan or system. For each potential adverse impact, the plan for its mitigation at each stage of the project should be documented and costed, as this is very important in the selection of the preferred alternatives. So, the objectives of the mitigation therefore are to find better alternative. So, please note down. Number one, the objectives of mitigation. Number one is find better alternatives and ways of doing things. Next is enhance the environmental and social benefits of a project, avoid, minimize, or remedy adverse impacts, and ensure the residential adverse impacts are kept within acceptable levels. Okay. Now, the EIA related, there are some EIA related studies, that is social impact assessment, health impact assessment, and next is strategic environmental assessment. So SIA, social impact assessment, HIA, health impact assessment, and SEA, strategic environmental assessment. So I discuss it for your knowledge. First is social impact assessment. Social impact assessment, SIA, includes the process of analyzing, monitoring, and managing the indicated, intended, and the social consequence, both positive and negative, of planned inventions, and may social change process invoked by those environment The analysis should include the use of land, culture, the main economic activities, example as tourism, agriculture, employment level, and impact on survive provision, that is education, water use, traffic, energy use, etc. Its primary purpose is to bring about a more sustainable and equitable biophysical and human environment. So the social impact assessment, that social and economic and biophysical, so social impact assessment is therefore done to ensure that there is no mismatch between the development and socio culture and economic of the project area. So it is very very important for our society, and social impact assessment. So social impact assessment is very important part of EIA. And next is health impact assessment. So health is a stage of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely absence of diseases. Or in most EIAs, HIA, that means a health impact assessment, is usually include under SIA. Okay, SIA means social impact assessment. HIA is now emerging as a key component of EIA because health is determined by a municipality of factors including socio-economic and environmental factors. There is no clear definition about where health concerns end and where environmental or social concern being. Okay, now next is strategic environmental assessment. I just discuss it for your knowledge only. SEA, that means strategic environmental assessment, is undertaken much earlier in the decision making process than EIA. It is therefore seen as a key tool for sustainable development, and strategic environmental assessment aims to incorporate environmental and sustainability considerations into strategic decision making process, such as the formulation of policies, plans, and program. Okay, student, thank you very much.